That's faster than mine.
That's without that was without downshifting or brake boosting.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is the Evil X channel. We got a special guest today. We got Enrique. So it was like last summer, right? I think I just got the car. I don't think I even had an MHD map on it or anything.
Yeah.
And I see this silver Supra behind me, and he sees me and starts getting up through traffic up towards us. And we stop at the light and kind of swap information. First of all, I was like, hey, is that an effing Supra, man? That's so cool. And I wanted to check out his car. He had mentioned he had a pure 850 and a whole bunch of other goodies. So he also has an awesome YouTube channel. Links below. Check him out, subscribe. So are you willing to show us what you got going on under the hood and your plans for the future and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So, you know, it's funny though, because I was actually about to turn left. He was going straight in the intersection, about to turn, well, he was going southbound and I was going to go eastbound. But I actually got in front of the car that was to the right of me to actually catch up to the red Supra. And it's funny because I had just finished installing the pure 850 on it. I didn't even have a tune on it. So and I saw the red Supra, I was like, oh, let's go race this thing right now.
So yeah, so I have a WRX and it's quick. It's not, I wouldn't call it fast, but it's quick. And then, so the Supra just stock, like it's already scaring me. And here comes this guy. And so we did get a little pole next to each other and he was just gone. I was like, holy crap, this is a whole nother level. So yeah, let's check out what you got going on here.
All right, man. Well, if you look at it, basically looks stock. Even like the front wheels and the back wheels are actually stock too. They're just
and so this is a 2021, right?
2021, yeah.
And so the important question is, what's your ECU date?
February
20
of 20, yeah.
Oh, so you're fully tunable.
Yeah, I didn't have to do any crazy stuff. All I had to do was take out my ECU, and then I sent it to John Visconti to get it unlocked. That was like $500.
Oh, okay, so you did have to do a bench unlock.
Yeah.
But it wasn't lock. That post June 20.
Yeah, 620. No.
20.
So I had to do any of that. And actually, as soon as I got the car, I saved up like quite a bit of money, and then I was like, all right, let's tune this right away. Got the ECU, sent it to John Visconti. I actually got a tune from them. For some reason, it felt like my tune made my car slower. But I had a catless downpipe at that time then, and yeah,
so was that just like a stage 1 with a?
It would have been considered.
It's like a stage 2 because catless downpipe.
Yeah, it would have been considered stage 2, but it really didn't feel like it. So I decided to push for more power.
So was this you already had an Ecutech setup?
Well, when John unlocked it and sent me the stuff for the tune, I had to buy the Ecutech setup, which was another like $500 or something like that.
Right.
With the tune and the Ecutech license and all that stuff. So it's about $1,000 right there. Plus the catless downpipe, another like maybe like $300 or $400. I don't remember.
What catless downpipe did you go with?
I have the Boost Logic.
Right on.
Logic.
I mean, it's all just a pipe, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing for every catless downpipe you get. Some are harder than others. Some have a bigger entrance than others. But at the end, it's all going to do the same thing. It's all the same flow. Basically, you're just taking out the cat.
Yeah, for sure. I was surprised. It was actually pretty easy doing it. It wasn't too bad. Yeah. Mine's a VRSF. But yeah, a pipe's just a pipe, especially on this catless.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to do. I mean, I don't even have a lift or anything like that or a shop, so I just do all the stuff in my house, and I just did it like on one of those ramps, got underneath the car, took it out, and did it myself. Same day I got it, so it was easy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, on the factory wheels, did you get the blacks like that? I've been thinking about powder coating mine. Were yours black to begin with? No,
actually, I got these powder coated. I actually have the fronts powder coated as well, but I just have like some all-season tires in the front right now. These are R888s. I was using these before, but I have to use these for the winter because this is all I have. I could get some like, you know, all season setup for this, but normally I in the spring or summer and fall even, I just run drag radials.
Yeah, you have those Mickey Thompsons, huh?
Yeah, I run like Mickey Thompsons. I'm planning on getting some Hoosiers. I have some at home that I haven't set up, some drag radials, but I usually run like an 18 with like a 305 and like a 45. So it's like freaking fat tire.
It's a 45, really? Because
Yeah.
they're 40 to begin with. So I know some people went thinner and went with like 35s.
Yeah, normally people go like 35s, or people that get like 15-inch or 17-inch wheels. They run big ones, but with an 18, it's borderline right here. It does rub, like when you have all, you know, maybe like 35 pounds of pressure, but once you lower it to like 20, which is good for drag radials, then it has no problem and it doesn't rub.
What do you, for like most, I guess, street driving, some people say run them at like 31 PSI. You got thoughts on that? Like, because I think they have them fairly high from the factories, like 39, 40 PSI.
Yeah. Well, I honestly just run mine like on 35 all the time. These ones and the front. The only time I ever like lower them is when I'm using the drag radials. I don't think, you know, 40 PSI is the best for them.
Yeah, the first time I took this out, it was like sunny day, but it was like 40 degrees. Gave it some gas and like, I was almost in the wrong lane. I'm like, holy crap, you got to behave in these things. I did a little bit of research. I was looking into some just PS4S. I'm not racing or doing anything too crazy. I just switched the backs out and got these Continental Extreme Contact Sport. It's still a summer tire, but it's supposed to hook up a little bit better than the Super Sports that it comes with.
Yeah, the original tires that it comes with freaking suck. Like, I also, even when I wasn't tuned, you just turn off traction control, and that thing's just getting loose with those stock tires. It's not good.
Yeah, if it's not warm as well, it's So I haven't really got to try out the Continentals yet much. Also, some of the suggestions, and I don't know if they kind of resolved it with the 2021 models, but the 2020s for sure, right off the floor, showroom or the production floor, the alignment was out of whack. So I mean, this car had like 2,700 miles when I got it, and the alignment, I did take it in. Some people had suggested that, and it was a couple degrees out, so that was kind of disappointing, but we got that lined in a little bit better, so once it starts warming up I can try it out in the combination of the different tires and stuff.
Yeah, I heard about the suspension, kind of the suspension changes that they did to from 2020 to 2021, because it was like after like 100 miles per hour, it just start getting like really floaty. Honestly, I haven't really experienced it with this one, but it does get floaty once you're like at 163. Like
at 163, that's the magic number where the limiter hits.
Yeah,
right?
So that's when it does feel floaty, and you're like, oh shoot, like it's kind of getting weird.
But that was in Mexico, right?
A private road.
Yes, his own private runway.
So,
but it did come with the black rims. I was thinking about
no, I got those. I got those powder coated.
So you had
with the Toyota. It's supposed to be this color. It's supposed to be that color.
So that's
just dirty.
Yeah, that's. Hey, dirty's fine. Yeah, I've been thinking about powder coating mine, and I don't know if I want like a gloss black or a satin or a matte.
I just think like one solid color looks good. Like I don't really like the two-tone of it like that Toyota does.
Yeah.
I just think it should be one solid color.
I agree.
Perfect. Like if that was all black, like it would look really nice.
Yeah,
like,
it would definitely. I think that would look better as well.
But other than that, I mean, the car really looks stock. I haven't done any appearance mods to it at all, besides just the painting both wheels black.
Are you still using the wheel bolts? I put the stud kit in for the.
Oh yeah, to the locks
hub on the wheels.
Okay. Yeah, no, I have everything stock basically. The outside the car looks stock, and no one thinks it has anything done to it. So
Yeah, well, till they get destroyed.
yeah.
This well, another thing, the wheels is kind of frustrating. Because it's that BMW 5x112.
Oh yeah, hard
the
to
bolt
find
pattern. There
everything.
isn't crap for wheels. Like
yeah, unless
you
paying
get like TEs or some Titans
some welds or
something that's just
deluxe.
stupid expensive. So
yeah, everything like it's crazy because it's almost everything is like at least $500 per wheel or like $1,000 per wheel to 112.
I know.
So
yeah,
it sucks. And then to find small wheels to do like drag tires, you're not gonna find anything under $500 either because everything's discontinued, like for the old like Motegis and stuff like that. So it sucks.
yeah. But yeah, it's sleeper till they get annihilated. Let's pop the hood and see what you got going on there. So what I know, or I think I know he has, is that's a snow charge pipe.
It's a FDP charge pipe. I got the Snow Performance meth kit.
That is, let me have you show me what that looks like. So if you just want to point out the lines and stuff.
So okay, so normally one right here. I should fix this.
So that's the methanol line.
Yeah, so this is the methanol line right now. Normally I have it pushed in a little bit better, like that, whatever. So it just runs from here and goes through this nozzle right here. Sprays the meth right here. I do plan in the future when I do get port injection to have it run through the actual intake manifold, right? That way it can port it on all cylinders.
Do you ever want to get one of those crazy intake manifolds? Have you seen that?
Yeah, like the CSF ones.
Yeah, what's crazy because the intercooler is integrated in the plenum.
Yeah.
But those are like $4,000 plus. Crazy.
Yeah, well, even in these, I mean, the intercooler is inside of these, and then it has like heat exchangers right here and the radiator. But in those, it's in there. It's just not as effective as the CSF ones, and those CSF ones like cools it down by a whole bunch of degrees, and so you can run like a 6-port of meth and then a 6-port of fuel. Or
so would that go on top? So you have injectors going from the top, or is it still coming from like the charge pipe?
No, it'd be injectors coming from the top right there.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, just take off the stock one and everything fits like stock. It's all better. But yeah, FDP charge pipe. So I got the right here is the nozzle for the methanol, and then this is the boost reader. So this is gonna, tell you how much positive boost you're running. And then this is going to be connected to, this one goes all the way down here and around. I don't know if you could see that. Goes down there around, all the way around the car right here. And then there's
your bottle's back there under the cover.
Yeah, exactly. So I freaking broke this thing right here.
Oh, I got a funnier story. I set this clip right here.
Yeah.
My hood wouldn't close one day. And I left my GoPro right there and slammed the hood on it.
Oh, that thing's broken.
And broke that.
Yeah, well, I broke this, but just pop this open here. Pop that open right there. There's the bottle for the methanol.
So is that about a gallon or?
Maybe like 3/4 of a gallon. It's not a full gallon, but it's big enough. In the winter, it's big enough. In the summer, it's not. It all freaking evaporates really quickly. That's what sucks. But hopefully,
so do you run it all the time? And it only comes on at a certain PSI.
Yeah, it only comes on at a certain PSI. So it comes on at about 7, and it's fully on at around 15 PSI. That's what I have it set to, and I could show you guys that in a bit.
What is the stock PSI from the factory? Isn't it only like 11? Not that much, right?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either on that. But yeah, pure 850.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how well we can see down in there. And he's a 2021. So this is a 6-port manifold, and then
got the MST intake as well. right here.
with the peekaboo window. It's
Yeah.
pretty sweet. So tell us a little bit about the 850. So most of the parts, so it is a factory turbo that they machine out to a bigger compressor wheel.
Right.
And so they have a 700, a 800, a 850. But the rest of the componentry on that factory turbo, I believe you have to swap that out. So was that actuator, the wastegate actuator, was that a problem? That was an original, from the original turbo, is that right?
Yeah, so the wastegate actuator that I had on here actually stopped working when I installed the Pure 850. And so for some reason it just seized, and I had to get another one and then had to get that one relearned. But other than that, like, you just take off the old turbo, send that to Pure, and then get your new one, and everything's like fits exactly the same. Like, that's the only part you need, like the actual housing, all this stuff right here, all that stuff. They give you everything like if it was brand new.
Were there any gaskets that you had to get separately, or just
Nope.
Nope. Did
Nope.
they provide gaskets? Was there any?
No, because you use everything the same. You use your old stuff.
Oh,
If you want to get new stuff, that's up to you. But the gas, my car's like freaking. I only had like probably like 6,000 or 7,000 miles when I even put my Pure 850 on there. So everything was freaking brand new. All my bolts were brand new, like everything. So I didn't really need to do anything extra. And so yeah, it just uses a bigger compressor wheel and then a bigger impeller. So just get more air through the same exact size turbo.
Yeah,
It's a stock turbo. If you look at that car right there,
and everything.
yeah, if you look at that car, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference in the turbo. I mean, you'll see this in the intake, and then you'll be like, oh, it's it's something. There's got something done to it. But really, the only thing that says Pure on it is the entrance to the actual turbo. So it has a little black cup, a black inlet, and it says Pure on it, or something like that. Maybe just the P for Pure, but it's really it looks the same. Everything looks the same. Everything is the same.
And that's
besides the power.
Yeah, and that's gonna be great for all the fitment.
Mm-hmm.
So in the future, would you ever want to go even bigger? Top mount turbo?
Yeah, actually, that was my first plan. I wanted to do a top mount turbo, and then get rid of all this stuff right here. But I ended up doing an impulsive buy when they said Pures were back in stock, and then I was just like, all right.
Are those
first Pure 50?
Do you, once you go top mount, do you start getting into like custom exhaust, like headers and stuff?
Not really.
Since you're like, do they have like a solution for the 6-port?
Yeah, so the 6-port, it's the same. They actually just run a manifold. They actually have to twist a whole bunch of the pipes, and then it just comes up. The turbo sits right here. So so a lot of the top mounts though, you can get a top mount that's like twin scroll, but a lot of them aren't. Like the Dock Race one is a twin scroll, and you don't have to get like anything else. You don't have to get like the external wastegates and all that stuff with that kit. But with other kits, you normally have to get an external wastegate and control your boost in that way.
I'm sure you can definitely go bigger, but that's something you might think about down the road.
Yeah, down the road, yeah. I mean, to be able to even do that, I have to get my port injection first, and that alone is like $3,000. So, and if I want to do the CSF thing,
the manifold,
yeah, it's gonna be like $7,000, and by then I have to already be thinking about my transmission. So it's gonna be like way down the road. Right now, it makes pretty good power, and
the stock one was scary for me. You're brave, sir.
I don't know. I like doing scary stuff.
The stage 2, when I flashed that map, I was like, holy crap, this is about all I can handle.
Yeah.
There's always more.
Yeah, I like taking risks. I don't know why, but so
yeah. When you flew past me, I was like, that's insane.
I also got Visconti flex fuel.
Yes, I really wanted to ask you about that. So I really want to get that. I run ethanol in my WRX. Where do you get it? Do you get it from Good Looking Dave's?
Yeah, a lot of my ethanol I get it from Good Looking Dave's, or sometimes I go to my friend's house. His name's Brandon McConkey. He has another Supra, really fast one in Utah.
Do you run ethanol all the time?
Yeah, it's like
30, 40, 50?
Right now I'm running ethanol at 30%, but the ethanol that I buy is like at 95 to 100%.
Yeah, Good Looking Dave's, it was like 92 last time I bought it.
Yeah, it's always high there, and one that he buys, it's in drums, and that's like 100%, like 98% ethanol.
So, sorry, you said what percentage do you typically run?
I run 30% right now, yeah. Like I ran E50, but my tuner suggested, my tuner's Jeffrey Payne, by the way, he suggested that we run 30% because 30% you get the, you know, the benefits of the timing from ethanol, but you're able to fuel the car much more without having to rely just on the methanol, because if you rely just on the methanol, then you run out of methanol, you don't have enough fuel to go in through the engine, and then you're done, you know. So
methanol and the ethanol.
Yeah, I got methanol and ethanol. And if you want to run pure, you know, E85, then the best suggestion would be run port injection.
So from this charge pipe that you have, is that not a capability? You could do it, the higher ethanol content with this charge pipe, or you start getting into the modified intake manifold? Is that what you're saying?
you have to start modifying your like intake manifold if you want to.
So you're spraying to all 6 cylinders.
Yeah. If you want to do that, that's the best suggestion, because you're getting like a whole bunch of cooling benefits. You can do this intake manifold and still run port injection. Like you just have to lift it and put in the port injectors in there, and that's fine. You can do that. But like in the summer, like when these cars heat up a whole bunch, like the temps go up really freaking high if you're looking at your logs, and it's always best to do both at the same time. And if I get port injection without the intake manifold, I can use my meth for cooling. I get like a 50-50 or 70-30, 70% methanol and then 30% water.
Yeah, you can even run just water, right?
Yeah, and then just use that for cooling instead, and then fully rely on E85 for you know, power and stuff.
So on the Visconti flex fuel, so you splice into the fuel lines up there.
Yeah, I didn't even have to cut anything. We really just take this off right here.
Remove that.
It goes down, and then it goes right there.
Behind that shroud.
Yeah, behind that shroud, there's a line that goes backwards over here.
Then it's going down through your firewall, and you got to de-pin that CAN bus system, right?
Yeah. So you have to. If you look down here, there's the reflex.
So that reflex, I was watching your video on that. That can manage the methanol and the E85. Is that the case?
Not necessarily. Actually, it's here. The methanol. You can see it right there. It's showing 0 right now. It's not really spraying anything. But that's what controls the meth. The reflex controls basically the tuning.
So what I was concerned about, because I just have an MHD map. I'll go Ecutech eventually. The MHD map, it has a flash for 30% ethanol. I'm used to running all the way up to 90% on my WRX, but the 30%, I'd love to run that. There's good gains with that. But I could get like a fuel-it, you know, the fuel-it that just measures your current percentage. Right. But, you know, why spend that money when I'm going to want a Visconti flex fuel kit at some point anyway? But am I going to need some sort of Ecutech map? I can't just install the Visconti flex fuel kit and run it with my MHD map. I was kind of not sure what to do about that.
So I don't know exactly about the MHD process for the the tuning aspect of running flex fuel. But here's how the flex fuel works. So that you install it basically, and then now all it does is read how much ethanol content you have. Okay, so now the car knows how much ethanol you have in it. So once you get it tuned, the tune allows you to use different, so it varies on how much pump you got in or how much ethanol you got in. So you have to have a tune to basically allow your flex fuel kit to determine how much power your car's going to make.
So I guess if what I was thinking was I would do the measuring myself and try to hit that 30%.
Okay.
And I would just be using the Visconti flex fuel kit, and I would get the external, gauge to measure my percentage, because I don't have Ecutech. I haven't hijacked my performance gauge on the dash to read like the ethanol content. I'm wondering if I'd have a problem with just having the Visconti kit on there and doing my own measuring, and worry about like a Ecutech tune down the line.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so well, I mean, you can install the flex fuel kit and then like get like that Zaytronics gauge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Zaytronics gauge, and it'll tell you how much ethanol content you have. You would just then, if you don't want to get a tune to match everything in between that, full E85 to 91 pump, or 100 octane or whatever race fuel you're going to use, I guess. If you want something to match that, you would have to get that accurate number and then change the tune to that specific thing. But if you want it to actually work with you, then you have to get a tuner that can tune from one side to the other side completely.
I've heard, I haven't met him, but I've heard Jeff Payne's name around the groups and stuff. So I've been to Turbo Lab before. I did a WRX tune down there. I'm guessing you guys probably just rented it from Joe down there, did some polls, and then maybe Jeff did the tuning. Did he do it there on the dyno?
He didn't do it on the dyno. He can, but just kind of weird over there. He wouldn't let us
just do
rent
polls
it. And, he only does 3 base pulls and that's it. Good for you. Actually, freaking broke one of my brackets and didn't say anything. And then I got my car back and the sensor was done.
Oh.
Yeah.
What sensor is that? I've heard people had problems with the sensor.
It's called the ride height sensor bracket.
Yeah.
It's the sensor bracket that broke. Not the sensor, but the sensor goes off and then it tells you there's something wrong with your chassis stabilization.
I heard that was an issue when hooking up to the dyno and such.
Yeah, it is. Some people know how to do it without breaking it. They obviously didn't, and a lot of people don't, so I don't really blame them, but they should have told me it was broken.
Yeah. So how does Jeff do his maps? He just does them on the street with like 5 logs and a laptop? And
yeah, so
and that's all Ecutech.
Yeah, we used to run have to get my laptop every freaking day and then just load a tune and sit there. Now
you have to send him logs and then he adjusts it.
So now I just go on here, go on my car. So if we go right here, hit this thing 3 times.
So you're in diagnostic mode.
Yep. So we go right here and then we go to program ECU. Then we go to engine. And then my files are going to be on here now. So this is a new flash filing from Ecutech. You just have to pay a fee for it, but that way you don't have to freaking carry your laptop everywhere. You can go in here, and this has always been like this. You go on here and you go to data logging. You can start your data logs right here. Oops. We can start your data logs here and then stop it. Once you're done, go to my files, go to data logs. This is the last file. You can send that or email it, but see, mine says send to Payne Performance Engineering.
Is he down in Utah County?
He's not. He's actually in Colorado. So that's why we do all our tuning remote. So just go to a private road that you can do
Get some data.
Get some data.
It's for science.
Yeah, get some mile per hours in, and then hit it in 4th or 5th gear in manual mode, and then just let it all the way to red line, let off, and then hit the stop button, send it to the tuner. He'll show you the revision, send it to you, and then just go from there. So right now I have probably 8 revisions on this.
So you ran this in Colorado on the strip before your turbo upgrade, right?
Yeah, I did it on stock turbo E50.
And that you're in the 11s.
Yeah, the fastest I could do is 11.5. I had my R888s. I should have done
at 4,500 feet elevation.
Yeah, it was actually, well, yeah, it was around 5,000 at that point.
It's
because it's if you get to Grand Junction, it's 4,500. But once you go, once you get there, it actually goes up quite a bit, and then you have to go even higher to get into the actual drag strip.
I mean, at that elevation, 5,000 feet, I mean, you're losing about 20% of your horsepower.
Yeah, or more. So
yeah,
it's pretty high, but a lot of the issue was just getting a good 60 foot in, and the R888s weren't there for it, so
so what tire did you run on that? I mean, they still look like great runs.
yeah, R888Rs, but they just weren't there for that 60 foot is what I mean. So if I want a better 60 foot, I should have run drag radials, but I have them now and I didn't run them then. But I'm pretty sure the Mickey Thompsons would have been much better, but I didn't take them out there. I didn't want to, drive all the way out there, because I had to drive. I couldn't, pull it out there or tow it out there. So I drove on my R888s.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take those Mickeys all the way on that long drive.
Yeah, I mean, they go for 2,000 miles or 3,000 at best, and that's freaking what, 1,500 miles away. So
yeah, not worth it. So yeah, any other future plans? You're talking intake manifold or?
Yeah, but future plans would just be port injection, to be honest. Port injection with the intake manifold. I want to do maybe some looks for the car. I think the wide bodies look good. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I do. That's
do you have the heart to cut up that thing?
I would I would do it, and honestly, a lot of stuff I do it myself. I wrap my other car and do a whole bunch of stuff. I do everything myself, but that's one thing that I'm no, that one I'd have to take to a professional. I don't want to cut it up and just ruin it.
No, they do look amazing though. I've seen some online. Yeah, I didn't even want to put holes in the trunk for a street hunter wing or anything.
Yeah. All that I'd leave it to a professional for sure. But my main priority is the speed for it. But there's gonna be at some point where I want to upgrade the transmission, and maybe at some point in the very far future, I'd want to make at least 1,000 wheels. So that's upgrading the engine and everything as well.
Where you're at now, are you worried about the rear axles at your power level? I think you're probably getting close.
Yeah, but not really. I think maybe when I get port injection, it'd be an issue. Right now, since these don't really hook, it's not really a problem. My tires just spin. I have to check it in the drag strip, but I've used prep on my Mickey Thompsons and stuff like that, and it's not really been a problem with my axles at all. So I don't really think it's going to be huge. But my tuner just did find out something recently, and my turbo's spooling faster than it was before. In fact, it's spooling 200 RPMs faster than it used to, it feels good. It feels really good.
I bet that's a huge difference going from the stock turbine to the 850.
Yeah.
How did that feel once you got that going?
Well, once I put it in, it was kind of weird. It felt like it was going a little bit faster, but without the tune, it kind of just ends up falling on its face. With the tune, it's different. With the tune, it just feels like you're, let's say that you step on it, it feels like it's naturally aspirated for a second, and then it just takes off,
punches you.
and it keeps going. It just feels like it keeps going. Versus a stock turbo, you're like hitting gears right after another, and it's not like that with this one. Yeah, it spools all the way up to 7,000 RPM.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you say what, like, power numbers you're around now, or?
Honestly, I haven't dynoed it. I'm guessing around 600 for both.
Your torque's probably even higher than your horsepower.
Yeah, it might be, but my tuner doesn't like to run way too much torque on it, just because of the fact I don't have the right equipment for it, basically. And if you turn up your torque too much to like 650, sometimes you'll notice slipping. So most people are slipping and then upgraded their trans at 650.
Oh, the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So, any other drag trips this summer you're looking forward to? Idaho, Colorado?
I'm thinking about going to Idaho this time. Idaho has like a 2,000 feet elevation.
Oh, that would be night and day.
Yeah, it's going to be different. There's also Vegas I can go to. Also plan to do some roll racing that we have here in Utah, and UMC.
Oh yeah,
track. So
out at the
yeah, maybe some NASA days and just take it to the actual track. That would be fun. That's what I plan on doing, and hopefully I don't have to work on it a lot, because this last summer I did a lot of stuff to the car and just it was down for a while, especially when my freaking actuator broke. That was annoying because I had to wait, and Toyota didn't know what was wrong with it, and I knew what was wrong, but they wouldn't listen, and they just couldn't.
Toyota shouldn't even be working on these cars.
They actually had to get a guy from BMW to go and do it. So
yeah, and that's not warranty. That's a different turbo.
Yeah, they were actually trying to tell me it's probably the turbo. The turbo's probably broken, and I'm like, no, it's like the wastegate actuator. It's seized. It doesn't want to move. Like it's broken. And anyways, I had to take it to 2 Toyotas, and finally it was like on the 4th try that they finally were able to fix it.
Two different dealers, or?
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
2 different dealers and two times each.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're running 305s, huh?
Yeah, 305s.
On the 10-inch rear wheels.
Yep.
Those Toyos.
And they're still not gripping. These are kind of used up now, but yeah, it would still spin, and it's cold now, so you're not getting any grip at all.
Oh
it's
yeah,
20 degrees.
Yeah, the first 40-degree day I took it out and about spun this wrong direction. It scared me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Summer's not too bad. It still spins quite a bit, but
it's still gotta be careful.
Winter's insane.
I got just 285s on the back, and I switched to the Continentals, and then I took the 275s, the stock Michelin 275s from the back, and put them on the front wheel.
Yeah. So
it went from 255 to 275 on the front, and now 285 on the back.
Nice.
So the drag strip in Idaho?
Yeah, drag strip in Idaho. I think that's going to be nice. I guarantee this was already a 10-second car, 100% 10-second car. I can't really run it in the cold, and I'm not going to put my my drag radios on in the cold either and waste them.
Well, and you had so much downtime last summer, and then towards as the year went on, you got everything pretty much going on it, and winter came, got cold, but now summer's coming around the bend, and do some cool stuff with it.
Yeah, I'm hoping even just in spring to start doing stuff. Like if it doesn't rain, it's good to go. So
heck yeah.
And then it's not as hot as the summer, because the summer is, you have to worry about it because the intake temperatures as well is
your IATs. And do you want to look into heat exchangers or I
thought about getting the CSF heat exchangers, Thanks, man. I thought about getting some heat exchangers for it and like the radiator, but
Because packed in front there, right? You got heat exchanger, radiator.
yeah, so you got like 2 heat exchangers and then 1 big old radiator. I thought about upgrading those, but it's not really as worth it as either getting that 50-50, 70 or 70-30 methanol water injection, or doing the
More concerned about the IATs.
yeah, or doing the CSF manifold or whatever manifold you want to get, like EOS or whatever. That works too. It'll be the IATs will be way colder than with that than just getting the heat exchangers or radiator.
Awesome.
Hey, I really do appreciate you taking the time to like come out and talk about your car. He's got an awesome channel. So plug your channel for me.
It's actually just called Enrique Arellano. That's funny. That's all it is. So
you do a lot of stuff, probably more stuff you'd say on your Camry.
yeah.
So tons of videos on all that.
Yeah, I actually started with doing videos on my Camry. A lot of people thought it would be stupid, and maybe it is, you know. But a lot of people have Camrys, guys. So
It's not stupid. He's got over 1 million views.
yeah. So I do got over 1 million views on my channel. Don't have that many subscribers. Maybe around like getting close to 5,000, like 4,900 subscribers. So it got me pretty out there just doing stuff for a Camry and, you know, doing my own DIY stuff or whatever. So that's what I got going. I got a Camry that does run E85 and catless headers, colder intake, and a tune. It's a fun car. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it gets going. It gets going for a Camry. It's fun to drive, and I've taken that out to the track and stuff too. So, but yeah, if you guys want to check it out, he'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, for sure. Links in the description. Subscribe to him. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you watching the video as always. And again, thanks to Enrique for telling us about his awesome car. And until next time, I'm out.
So yeah, right here is where I have the
So that's your ethanol content.
ethanol content. Yeah,
That is so awesome.
You could change it, like you can have it show like your torque, and you can have it show like your boost and stuff like that.
Jeff Payne was putting all that in there.
I mean, I can even just change it myself.
From the
ROM features, I give you that. So,
Is that so? The race ROM, that's part of EcuTech? Is that just a different package of goodies?
yeah, Race ROM is like basically a package of goodies for EcuTech. You can run like an EcuTech tune that doesn't have all of the Race ROM features. I used to have like anti-lag set up. Supposedly it's still set up, but I can't really even figure out what button it is now. But it used to be this set button here. I'd hold it and it'd stall the car and spool up the turbo. But now it doesn't do that. So now I have to like, let's see,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's faster than mine.
It might even feel better in like not in sport mode because like it spins a lot with right now.
I mean, the traction control is all on, right?
Yeah, it's on. That's without that was without downshifting or brake boosting, because if you downshift or brake boost, you're just gonna spin.
Wow. See, you're used to it. I think it's even more impactful for the passenger. The passenger's like, holy cow.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of times for the passenger, it always feels like a roller coaster. How's it feel?
That's crazy fast. Yeah, that's the fastest I've been in a car, I think.
Yeah, it feels good.
Best acceleration I felt, I would say.
Yeah, it's cool even like from a launch. When it's warmer, it feels even better.